Mars Incorporated, makers of America's most enjoyable candy bars, present Curtain The makers of the new Coconut Ping Bar welcome you to Curtain Time. In spite of the heat and vacation, theatergoers continue to turn out for a new play. And here, as always at an opening night, is the well-known man about town, your host, Patrick Allen.
Good evening.
Well, Mr. Allen, what's tonight's entertainment fare?
A sparkling comedy romance, John. But there's the overture. So we'd better hurry inside the theater for tonight's production of Curtain Time.
Tickets, please. Thank you, sir. Seventh row center. Seats 7 and 8.
Thank you. Well, now, these are fine seats. But they'll turn the lights down in a moment, so let's look at the program. Harry Elders, supported by the Curtain Time Players, is starred tonight in A Ring for Julie by Roger Vornholt. Mr. Elders plays the part of Eric Kingston, and Muriel Bremner is featured as Julie Lawrence.
Curtain time!
There's the call for the first act of A Ring for Julie. The scene is the dining room of the spacious suburban home of Carter Lawrence, president of Basic Industries Incorporated. Well, it's morning, and Mr. Lawrence is just beginning breakfast when he's joined by his daughter, Julie.
Well, Julie, you're down early this morning.
That's because I've got work to do, Father.
No?
Yes, and I've got the most exciting news. They're letting me design the cover for the next issue of the magazine.
Was that so?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were doing the fashion illustration.
Oh, I'm doing them, too, but Mr. Gray's sick, so they gave me the job. Isn't it wonderful?
Julie, I've told you time and time again that you're trying to do too much, and now you've taken on still more.
Oh, but, Father, you see, I...
Miss Julie, may I serve you breakfast?
Oh, Burton, yes, a grapefruit, 1 egg, and toast and coffee.
Thank you, miss. I'll tell cook you're done.
Look, Julie, how about that vacation you'd planned at the cottage?
Oh, well, next month will do if I can find time.
But must you devote all your time to that magazine?
No, Father, but I love it. And it's the most exciting thing I've ever done.
Well, that's no reason for being a fanatic about it. A girl your age should be having dates.
Oh, Father, you're not going to start that again.
Well, it's about time you thought of having a home of your own and children.
Uh-oh. Whenever you talk like that, it means you've got your eye on another man for me.
Well-
Like that Harold Masterby you invited up last month. Good heavens.
Well, I think you'll like Eric Kingston. He's a fine young man.
Oh, no, Father, not another one.
He's coming here on business, Julie, from Canada. It's only common courtesy that I ask him here to the house.
Oh, of course, it's on business.
He's the chap who discovered that copper deposit in the Hudson Bay region. I told you about him.
Oh, I remember. You're going to buy him out, isn't that it?
Not quite. Basic Industries is buying a half interest, and we'll develop it jointly, with Eric managing the mine.
Oh, I see.
I'm surprised you don't know him, Julie. He used to work for us in the New York plant.
No, I don't think I do.
Well, he's one of the best mining engineers we had.
Really? Well, why didn't you keep him?
Well, one day he just picked up and left. He said he was going prospecting in Canada.
And he did.
He hit the jackpot. He did. Why, that copper is going to run 200 pounds to the ton.
Well, when's he arriving, Father?
This afternoon on the 3 o'clock train. You'll have to meet him, Julie.
All right.
I won't be back from the city until 5.
Well, I have to drive into the village anyway. Will he be here over the weekend?
Longer, probably a week.
You mean I have to entertain him a whole week?
A little recreation will do you good, Julie.
But my work, and I've got so much to do.
Telegram for you, sir.
Oh, thank you, Burton.
Here is your grapefruit, Miss Julie.
Oh, thanks, Bert.
Cook is making fresh coffee. I'll bring it in directly.
Oh.
So what is it, Father?
Well, it's from Eric.
Oh, then he isn't coming, huh?
Yes, he's coming. But listen to this. Intend getting married while in States. Please select rings suitable for convincing girls. Thanks, Eric Kingston.
Well, it seems that Mr. Kingston is already spoken for.
Yes, it seems that way. But, Julie, while you're in the village, pick up a ring.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
Hagelmeyer's jewelry store should have a good selection.
Father, I'll do anything to promote the marriage of Mr. Eric Kingston. After all, I've got work to get done.
So you're Julie Lawrence.
How do you do, Mr. Kingston? Did you have a nice trip?
You know, you're just as beautiful as...
Father had to drive to the city, but he'll be back for dinner.
Sure. But gee,
Well, shall we go? Here's our car, and...
A car?
Yes, I said the car. It's right here.
Oh, yes, it's a nice car, and...
Mr. Kingston, are you ready, or aren't you?
Sure.
There's room for your luggage in the back.
Okay, I can just toss my bags right in. There we are.
All set?
Set? Oh, yes.
Mr. Kingston, will you please stop staring at me?
Staring?
Yes, I find it most disconcerting.
Well, sure, but,
The ring you wired Father about to the jeweler. Shall we stop for it now?
what?
Mr. Kingston, for a man who's about to be married, your conduct leaves a great deal to be desired.
Well,
Do you want to stop for the ring?
Okay, I guess so. You see, the ring is for you, Julie.
For me?
Yes, I'm going to marry you.
Mr. Kingston.
I love you, Julie. I've loved you for years.
You're insane.
I know you didn't know I even existed.
Mr. Kingston, you're getting that look again.
That's because you're so beautiful, so adorable.
Don't you dare to... Honestly, I couldn't...
I'll always remember that, Julie. Our first kiss.
You not only had the colossal gall to kiss me, but you had to do it right in front of the village constable. He's over there across the street.
He doesn't care. There's no law against kissing you. Besides, I'm in love with you.
Mr. Kingston, how can you be in love with me? You don't even know me.
But I told you I've been in love with you for 3 years, ever since I started work at Basic Industries.
Oh, good heavens.
You always walked past the experimental laboratory. I saw you and fell in love with you.
Oh, people don't fall in love that way.
I did. That's why I quit my job.
That's why you...
I had to make money, Julie, lots of money, so I could ask you to marry me.
Well, really,
I bought
did...
test equipment and went to Canada. I made a strike, and now your father's taking me in as a full partner.
Well, you may be my father's partner, but you're not going to be mine.
Oh, Julie, darling, you know you...
Mr. Kingston, the ring. It's at Hagelmeyer's, just across the street.
Oh, say, that's right. I'd better go get it. I'll be right back, Julie. Darling.
Very well, Mr. Kingston.
Julie, what's the idea? Come back here. I don't even know where you live.
Father, it's not the least bit funny. He kissed me right out in public. Father, please.
I'm sorry, Julie. It just strikes me
Well,
as
what are you going to do about it?
Do? Why, nothing.
But, Father, I told you he kissed me right
Julie,
out in... Yes.
Eric may be a little brash, but all in all...
Very
he's a-
well. If you won't do anything, I will. Now that you say he's finally arrived, where is Mr. Kingston?
He's out by the pool. You can see him through the window.
Oh, yes, so he is. He looks very smug and complacent.
Now, try to be nice to him, dear. And don't do anything rash.
No, nothing rash. I'll fix him if it's the last thing I ever do.
Hi, Julie.
Just wouldn't smirk like that.
I knew you'd come out to say hello sooner or later.
Very well, Mr. Kingston. Hello.
After all, now that I'm here, well, you want to be with me.
I trust you enjoyed your 12-mile hike, Mr. Kingston.
Oh, I'd walk farther than that to be with you.
Will you stop looking at me like that?
You mean...
You're looking at me as though I were a piece of chocolate cake.
Julie, darling.
Now, you stop that. If you try to kiss me again, I'll... Oh, you beast, I could...
I beg your pardon, sir.
Burton.
That's all right, Burton. Miss Julie and I, we're going to be married.
Why, you...
Oh, then may I extend my heartiest congratulations, sir.
You may?
Burton, we're going to straighten this out right now.
Yes, Burton. Do you mind? Miss Julie and I, we'd like to be alone and...
Oh, quite, sir.
Yeah.
I'll call you when dinner is served.
Mr. Kingston, you and I are going to have an understanding right this minute.
Okay, darling. I picked up the ring and... give me your hand, Julie.
I will not.
Please, Julie, your hand.
All right, Mr. Kingston. Give me the ring.
That's more like it. There you are.
Thank you. And here's what I'm going to do with it. There.
Oh, now you threw it in the pool.
Yes, then it can stay there.
At least until you decide you want it.
Until I...
I'm still going to marry you, Julie.
All right, Mr. Kingston, you asked for it.
Hey, look out. You'll...
How's the water, Mr. Kingston? Good. I'm glad you like it. And I certainly hope it cools you off.
The curtain falls on the first act of tonight's Curtain Time play, starring Harry Elders and featuring Muriel Bremner. And now, John Weigel.
Introducing Pleasure. If you have never tasted the new Coconut Ping Bar, you are about to be introduced to the finest in candy pleasure. A rare combination of a sweet, dark chocolate coating, a really thick layer of fresh white coconut, and a creamy, smooth, snow-white nougat center. Together, the sweet, dark chocolate, fresh white coconut, and creamy, smooth nougat give you a rare taste blend that can be found only in the new Coconut Ping Bar. For a real taste thrill, try the new Coconut Ping.
There's the call for the second act of A Ring for Julie, brought to you by the makers of the new Coconut Ping Bar. Eric Kingston, a mining engineer, returned from Canada with his mind made up to marry Julie Lawrence. Although they never knew each other, Eric used to see Julie when he worked for her father. So he bought a ring, which Julie threw in the swimming pool. She followed this action a moment later by pushing Eric into the pool. Well, it's now 3 days later. Julie and her father are at breakfast.
Is that all you're having for breakfast, Julie? Just coffee?
I've had my breakfast at 4 o'clock this morning with Eric.
Oh?
Yes, he wanted to see the sunrise over Potter's Hill. Yesterday morning it was horseback riding at dawn.
Well, the exercise will do you good, young lady. By the way, where is Eric?
He's in the library looking over those papers you gave him last night.
Oh, yes, those contracts I asked him to sign.
Father, do you realize I haven't had a moment to myself in the 3 days he's been here?
Well, I thought you two were hitting it off quite nicely.
But I haven't done a lick of work on those fashion illustrations are due on the 12th.
Begging your pardon, Miss Julie, but your cousin, Miss Phoebe, has arrived.
Phoebe?
Yes, sir. I put her in the East guest room. She said she'll be down directly.
Oh, thank you, Burton.
Very good, miss.
Julie, what's Phoebe doing here?
I invited her, Father.
You asked her? That scatterbrained idiot?
I know she irritates you, Father, but at this particular moment, she's just what I need.
No, I can't stand her, and I won't...
Here she comes. Julie! Julie, darling! Oh, it's so nice to be here. Hello, Phoebe.
And Uncle Carter, dear Uncle Carter.
Hello, Phoebe. How are you?
Oh, perfect, absolutely perfect. Julie, dear, look what I found wandering loose in the front hall.
Huh?
So what'd you find, Phoebe?
Well,
Oh, where did he go?
Here I am.
Darling, come in here.
Well, Good morning, Mr. Lawrence. Good morning, Julie.
There. Isn't he beautiful?
He's pretty as a picture. Eric, you have my deepest sympathy.
Won't you have some breakfast, Phoebe? Oh, thank you, Julie, but I've eaten. And besides, Eric is going to show me around the place, aren't you, darling?
Well, sure, but I wouldn't mind a bit of breakfast.
Oh, but Eric, you've had your breakfast, remember?
Well,
Oh, then we'll leave this very instant. Come along, Eric.
but,
Now be a sweet boy and do as Phoebe says, Eric, and have a good time, you two.
Oh, we will. Toodaloo, everyone. See you at luncheon.
Is that a joke? Show her around why she knows this place as well as I do. Julie, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Maybe I should, but I'm not. Phoebe will take care of Eric very nicely for the rest of his visit. Oh, I'm in here, Phoebe.
Oh, you're working.
Yes, huh?
Oh, dear me.
How intellectual. Phoebe, I'm terribly busy.
And what a stunning picture. What is it?
Well, if you don't mind, Phoebe,
Oh, of course, darling, but listen, I've lost Eric. He vanished into thin air.
Well, I haven't seen him.
We were walking in the woods, and suddenly he disappeared. Bad boy, he's probably hiding.
Yeah, probably.
But I'll find him. I'll find that shy little boy.
Eric, shy.
Julie, tell me something. Are you going to marry him? I mean, after all, he did ask you.
No, Phoebe, I'm not going to marry him.
Oh, you foolish girl. Then you really and truly don't want him?
Heavens, no.
All right, then I think I'll marry him.
Well, congratulations.
And I know just how to make him propose.
Well, that shouldn't be hard. With him, it's just a case of doing what comes naturally. Now we've settled that.
Well, I won't bother you another second, darling. Toodaloo, I'll see you in church.
Honestly, that girl.
Julie, is she gone?
Eric, where on earth are you?
I was on the front porch hiding from that man-eater.
Yes. From the looks of your face, she is.
What do you mean?
You're covered with lipstick.
Oh, for the
Here,
love
I'll
of...
light it off.
Oh,
Here.
please.
Nice. You look like the little boy who found the strawberry jam.
Well, in this case, the strawberry jam found the little boy.
There. That's better.
Thanks, but... Julie, did you hear what she said? She said she was going to marry me.
Yes, so she did.
Oh, Julie, have a heart.
Well, I think you two will make a lovely couple.
Okay, I surrender. Just call off the bloodhounds.
Oh, I don't know whether I should or not.
But I promise I'll do anything. Just call off that woman.
Well, you promise to behave?
Anything.
All right. All right, I'll speak to Phoebe.
Oh, brother.
First, however, you've got to get that St. Bernard look out of your eyes.
Oh, gee, I can't help it if I'm friendly.
And no more kissing.
Oh, Julie.
And most important of all, no more proposals.
Please, Julie,
And if you don't promise, I'll call Phoebe.
Okay, you win.
Oh, yes, and there's just one more thing. I want my mornings free so that I can work.
Anything you say.
Good. I'll have a talk with Phoebe. I'll tell her we're engaged.
Why, Julie, I didn't think you cared.
I'm doing that only so she'll leave you alone.
Oh.
Yes, it should give you ample protection during the rest of your visit.
Yes, I suppose so.
Now, I'd like to get back to work, please.
Julie, don't you ever get tired of commercial art?
Oh, sometimes.
Your stuff's good, though. Your line work is superb.
Well, Harry, don't tell me you paint.
Oh, a little. Strictly amateur stuff, though. Mostly oils.
Really? I've always wanted to work with oils, but it's a different technique. And
It
so...
takes practice. Last winter up in Canada, when we were snowbound, I spent most of my time painting.
Really? You must have wonderful things to paint in Canada.
Oh, Julie, there's enough scenery up there to last a lifetime.
Oh, there must be.
Say, your father's coming up next month. Why don't you come along?
Well, maybe I will. I'd love to see it.
I'll show you everything, Julie. Everything.
Even your paintings?
Yes, even my poor little paintings. Oh, Julie, I'm sorry about the way I've acted.
Oh, it's all right, Eric.
If I've made a fool of myself, it's because of the way I feel about you.
Eric, you promised.
Well, I know, but...
Eric, you better get the ring out of the pool.
Oh, the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we're to tell Phoebe that we're engaged, we should make it look real.
I'll get it right now. Oh, but, Julie, why don't you come along? A swim will do you good.
Well, it is rather hot and sticky.
Then you'll meet me at the pool.
All right, Eric, in a few minutes, as soon as I'm finished here. It should be fun. Eric, darling, you found me.
Huh? Oh, yes, Phoebe. You going for a swim?
No, I've already been. But if you're going in, I might be persuaded. We could play games.
Oh, no more games.
Well, all right, then. We'll just sit here in the sun. Cozy and warm and close.
Yes, it is close. Guess I'll go for a swim after all.
Eric.
Hmm?
Look what I've got.
Well, you've got the ring.
Mm-hmm. Fished it out of the pool just a few minutes ago. Wasn't that clever of little Phoebe?
Phoebe, you have no business with that
Oh,
ring.
now, Eric. Phoebe understands.
Understands what?
Oh, you poor thing. How your little heart must have bled when Julie threw it away.
Oh, I shouldn't have told you
Oh,
that.
but you should have, Eric. I just can't stand to see you suffer like this.
Now, listen,
I'll
Phoebe.
tell you what. I'll keep the ring. You see? There. I'll even put it on.
No, Phoebe, don't.
It fits perfectly.
Phoebe, give me that
No,
ring.
no, Eric. You need me. You understand? You need me.
I need you as much as I need an aircraft carrier.
Oh, you darling. Of course you won't admit it. Eric, kiss me.
I will not.
Kiss me, you big, handsome brute.
No, Phoebe. I am... Oh, golly.
Well, I seem to be interrupting something.
Julie.
Oh, darling, of course not.
Well, then perhaps I need glasses.
Julie, I came here after the...
Yeah, Phoebe, where did you get that ring?
Oh, it's Eric. Isn't it perfectly stunning?
Eric, you gave it to me.
No, wait a minute.
Honestly, the first girl that throws herself at you,
Julie, will you
No,
listen?
no, I thought you were sincere, but you're not. And I hope you'll both be very happy.
Before we bring you the third act of tonight's Curtain Time play, starring Harry Elders and featuring Muriel Bremner, here is John Weigel.
If you have ever felt hungry for something cool to eat in the middle of a hot summer day, then you will have a truly thrilling treat in store for you with your first taste of the newest summer treat, a chilled Ping Bar. For the new coconut Ping, when it has been chilled in your refrigerator, is a cold, crisp taste thrill. The sweet, dark chocolate coating is icy cold over a thick layer of fresh white coconut and a cool, smooth nougat center. Together, the cold, dark chocolate, crisp, fresh coconut, and cool, snow-white nougat make every bite of a chilled Ping Bar a thrilling treat, right down to the last delightful flavor that lingers in your mouth. For a real taste thrill, try the new Coconut Ping.
Here's the call for the third act of A Ring to Julie, brought to you by the makers of the new Coconut Ping Bar. Julie Lawrence, promised to get her cousin Phoebe off Eric Kingston's neck. But Phoebe got the ring intended for Julie out of the swimming pool. And before he could stop her, Phoebe had it on her finger. Then, when Julie saw it, she naturally drew her own conclusions. Well, it's now later the same day. Eric and Julie's father are in the library.
Eric, do you really have to leave tonight?
I think I'd better, Mr. Lawrence. There's a lot to be done up there.
Yes, I know, but those machinery specifications...
Well, you can bring them along when you come up next month.
Oh, all right.
Meanwhile, I'll get the crew started on those docks.
Yes, but I still don't see how you can get them finished in time.
They'll have to be finished.
Well, now you're talking my language. Eric, you're in complete charge. If you need anything, contact our Toronto office.
Okay, Mr. Lawrence. Now I'd better go finish my packing.
Good luck, Eric.
Oh, I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Eric, let me know when you're ready. I'll send Burton up for your bags.
I'll do that, Mr. Lawrence, and thanks.
Well, Julie?
Father, I've decided to take that vacation after all. I'm driving up to the cottage for a few days.
Well, you're not leaving right now, are you?
Yes, I am. Just a few minutes.
Oh? I suppose you know Eric's leaving, too.
He's going back to Canada?
Tonight, on the 8 o'clock. Julie, what happened between you and Eric?
Nothing. Nothing, Father.
No? Well, you avoid each other like the plague.
Oh, Father, do we have
And
to go
that
to...
nitwit Phoebe. She goes around grinning like a Cheshire cat. Whatever it is, I'll bet my bottom dollar she had something to do with
Oh,
it.
Father, please.
Look, just what has she been up to? Before she arrived, you and Eric were friends.
It isn't Phoebe's fault. Father, it isn't anybody's fault.
All right, Julie. I suppose it's none of my business.
Father, will you do something for me?
Of course.
I wish you'd say goodbye to Phoebe for me.
Good heavens, not that.
No, please, Father. It's just that, well, I'd rather not see her just now.
She's your guest, Julie, not mine. If there are any farewells to make, you'll have to make them.
Well, all right, Father. I'll say goodbye to Phoebe.
Phoebe! Oh, Julie, dear. Come in, darling.
I wanted to see you before I... Why, Phoebe,
Yes, darling. What is it?
you're not packed. You haven't even started to pack.
Well, of course not, silly. I'm staying until Saturday.
But Eric's leaving tonight.
What? Eric's going away?
Didn't you know about it?
No. Not a word. Oh, how utterly ghastly.
And the ring. You're not wearing the ring, Phoebe.
Oh, that. Oh, pooh. Silly boy took it away from me, Julie.
He took it away?
Yes, and he threw it back in the pool. Just imagine.
Phoebe, how did you get that ring?
Well...
Phoebe, answer me. Did Eric give you that ring?
Well, you must know I found it in the pool. I thought if he saw me wearing it, he might... Well, you know, power of suggestion.
And I thought he gave it to you. Phoebe, did Eric ask you to marry him?
Well, not in so many words, but of course he's so shy. You know, the kind that...
Honestly, I've been such a fool, such an ass.
Oh, but good heavens, you said Eric's leaving. I've got to see him right away.
You're staying right here.
Julie, how dare you take that tone with me? Please let me by.
Phoebe, if you take one step out of this room, there'll be bloodshed, and it won't be mine.
Why, the very idea. Julie, Lawrence, you just wait until your father hears about this. Julie, what are you doing?
Taking the key out of your door.
Well, you can just put it right back.
I will. On the outside, like this.
Why, you...
There, my sweet little bundle of poison. Sorry, darling, but this is an emergency. I've got important things to do, and I don't want to be disturbed.
Oh, Burton, come over here.
Yes, sir.
Look out the window, Burton. Over there by the pool.
I assume you are referring to Miss Julie, sir?
I am. What's that girl up to?
Well, she appears to be swimming, sir.
Of course she's swimming, but she's also looking for something. She keeps diving under the water.
Yes, sir, I know. She's been out there quite some time.
See? There she goes under again.
I took the liberty of questioning Miss Julie about it a few minutes ago, sir.
Oh, what'd she say?
Begging your pardon, sir, she informed me she was diving for gold.
Gold? Why, Burton, that's ridiculous.
I quite agree, sir, but I hardly felt it was my duty to point that out to her.
No, I suppose not. Burton, only a short time ago, that girl told me she was driving up to the cottage.
Yes, sir.
And there she is, swimming. Oh, Eric.
It's almost train time, Mr. Lawrence. I dropped in to say goodbye.
Yes, so it is. Burton, will you get Mr. Kingston's bags?
Very good, sir. I'll get them immediately.
Eric, I wish you'd see Julie before you go.
Mr. Lawrence...
She's out there in the pool. Go ahead, son.
Well...
merciful heavens.
Lawrence, what's the matter?
Julie, she was there just a moment ago swimming.
She was. Well, I don't see her.
Do you suppose she's...
I don't know what happened, but I'm going to find out. Come on. There, I guess most of the water's out of you now.
Are you all right, Julie?
I guess so.
You'll be okay. Here, let me help you sit up. Now, breathe deeply.
All right.
That's it. Big, deep breaths.
All of a sudden, I got cramps in my legs, and I couldn't move them, and then
Well, look, I'd better get you a blanket.
That's a good idea.
It'll only be a minute.
Oh,
Julie, what the dickens were you doing anyway?
I was looking for the ring.
The ring?
Yes, but I couldn't find it.
Julie, why were you looking for the ring?
Well, I thought that if I... Oh, I don't know.
You've talked to Phoebe, haven't you?
Yes, and I've been such an idiot.
Julie, do you still want that ring?
Yes, Eric, yes.
And will you wear it this time?
I'll never take it off, never.
That's all I wanted to know.
Eric, what are you... Oh, Eric.
Julie, was that Eric?
Yes, Father, that was Eric.
Well, don't tell me he's decided to go swimming, too.
No, Father. He's gone to get a ring for Julie. A wonderful, glorious, magnificent ring for Julie.
The curtain falls on the last act of another Curtain Time play, brought to you by the makers of the new Coconut Theme Park. Tonight, Curtain Time starred Harry Elders and featured Muriel Bremner. The supporting players were Geraldine Kay, Maurice Copeland, and George Caesar. The Curtain Time music is arranged and conducted by Bert Faber, and the entire production is directed by Harry Holcomb. And now, here is Harry Elders with a word about next week's play.
Well, next Saturday, Pat, I run into a very pretty foreign correspondent.
Oh, where? In Egypt? South Africa?
No, Pat, up in New England. You see, I'm an actor in a summer theater. And, well, let's just say that the play is called A Barn for the Bard.
Which sounds very interesting, even though I am confused. Well, thanks and good night. Harry Elders.
Good night, Pat.
Now I'll join this gay theater crowd as it leaves the Merchandise Mart. Many on their way to the glamorous after theater spot here in Chicago. Until next week, then, this is Patrick Allen, reminding you of your date every Saturday, same time, same station, when the makers of the new Coconut Thing Bar present
Curtain Time!
Monday night, be sure to hear Dr. I.Q., the mental banker. And next Saturday, be with us again for Curtain Time. Remember, for a real taste thrill, try the new Coconut Ting.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.